Milligan became the first person to use DID as a legal defense and also the first person to be acquitted on its grounds. He was ordered to be committed indefinitely to psychiatric hospitals. His mind was further explored by experts during the decade that followed, and it emerged that Milligan had 24 different personalities. The angriest and most violent of all was Yugoslavian communist Rajin Vadaskovinic. He spoke in a thick accent and was responsible for committing the robberies. Adalana, a 19-year-old woman, was shy, lonely, and introverted. She was attracted to women and craved affection. Adalana was reported to have been in charge when Milligan abused his female victims. The personality in charge most often was Arthur, an Englishman who was an expert in science, medicine, and hematology. Other personalities included a young girl named Christine, a 14-year-old boy named Danny, as well as Tommy, who was an escape artist, and Christopher, who remembered all the abuse that Milligan had suffered in his youth. The aforementioned 7 were part of 10 personalities that were initially identified, but psychiatrists found that Milligan had 14 additional personalities who were deemed the undesirable and kept in the background because they weren't good people. Whenever his core personality regained control of his body, Milligan reportedly felt like someone had stolen his time. On July the 4th of 1986, Milligan escaped from the Central Ohio Psychiatric Hospital. He obtained fake documents under the name Christopher Carr and settled in Bellingham, Washington. In September of 1986, his roommate, Michael Madden, went missing. Milligan left the state shortly thereafter and was recaptured in Florida. Madden was never seen again. Many of his possessions were found in Milligan's apartment, and the police discovered that the fugitive had been cashing Madden's disability checks in a shared bank account. Milligan was suspected of kidnapping and killing his roommate, but he was never charged, and instead went back to Ohio to undergo psychiatric treatment. He was released in 1988 after doctors determined that his many personalities had fused into a single one that was harmless. Milligan spent his later years in Columbus, Ohio, in a trailer home bought for him by his sister. He died of cancer in 2014 at the age of 59. Milligan's mind was believed to have fragmented, in part due to childhood trauma that included the death of his biological father and the abuse he'd suffered at the hands of his stepfather. Some, however, remained skeptical of his condition and believed him to be an exceptionally skilled conman. Daniel Keyes, author of Flowers for Algernon, wrote a book called The Minds of Billy Milligan in 1981. After hours of interviews with the man, the book became a bestseller and Milligan's story gained multiple attention. It inspired multiple documentaries and works of fiction, including M. Night Shyamalan's 2016 psychological horror, Split.